Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Saturday. We have 7 matchups on this NBA slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below. And if you guys like betting on player props, go ahead and check out ParlayPlay. You already know, go ahead and get 5 free entries when you guys sign up. Go ahead and take advantage of that. Hopefully you can get some nice wins this weekend. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Pretty decent sized slate today. 7 matchups, starting with the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls opening up as 3-point home favorites with the over-under at 221. The last 3 head-to-head, Cleveland is 2-1, 2-1 covering the spread. The overs hit in 2 out of the last 3 matchups. Cleveland just 3-7 in their last 10. Chicago 5-5 in their last 10. They're 1-5 in their last 6. They certainly have been struggling here. Cleveland just 1-5 on the road. The Bulls 0-6 covering the spread right now. I do see Vucevic is back, which is good for the Bulls. Zach LaVine is questionable here. Yeah, such a low spread, only 3 points here. I like the Bulls money line at home. I know they've been struggling, 1-5 in their last 6. Getting Vucevic back's a big addition. Hopefully LaVine plays. Be sure to check his status. But I think that's a good spot for Chicago. Coming off a nice little Detroit win and at home. And, Cleveland hasn't looked that good either, really. They've been struggling. Just 2-4 in their last 6. Give me the Bulls at home here. Next matchup, we have the Indiana Pacers versus the San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs opening up as 5.5-point home favorites with the over-under at 235.5. The last 10 head-to-head, the Pacers are 6-4, 8-2 covering the spread. The overs hit in 6 out of the last 10 matchups. No Lance Stevenson or Brogdon for the Pacers. The Pacers 3-7 in their last 10. They're on a 3-game losing streak. The Spurs 4-6 in their last 10. Coming off a 2-point win over the Jazz. That was kind of a big upset. Yeah, Pacers just 1-7 on the road, not getting it done on the road. The Spurs, another matchup. I mean, some bad matchups on this slate here. I'm not in love with the spread, just because, man, I just don't trust any spreads anymore. It's very hard for any sport, honestly. We're taking Spurs. Throw them in your money line parlays at home. I think they get a win over the Pacers, missing Brogdon and Stevenson here. Rolling with the Spurs money line at home, and then take the spread. If be cautious with the spread, and do what you want with that spread. Next matchup, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Miami Heat. The Heat opening up as 5.5-point home favorites with the over-under at 225.5. The last 3 head-to-head, Minnesota is 2-1, 2-1 covering the spread. The overs hit in each of the last 3 matchups. Minnesota 7-3 in their last 10, coming off a bad 8-point Magic loss. The one they were controlling most of the game, and they kind of gave that game up in the 4th. Miami 8-2 in their last 10, coming off a nice win over Cleveland. Minnesota 6-1 covering the spread. I mean, they're playing good basketball. Coming off a bad loss, though. You have the Heat 6-1 covering the spread as well. Heat's been a really good home team. 24-8 at home, 33-15 as the favorite. Yeah, I like the Heat at home. You're getting Timberwolves coming off a bad Magic loss, and you're getting the Heat at home where they've been pretty dominant, honestly. I like the Heat money line, and then secondary, be cautious with that spread at home. Next matchup, we have the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Golden State Warriors. The Bucks opening up as 1.5-point road favorites with the over-under at 231.5. The last three head-to-head, Milwaukee is 2-1, 2-1 covering the spread. The overs hit in 2 out of the last 3 matchups. No Iguodala, Otto Porter Jr., or Gary Payton for the Warriors. Milwaukee on a 6-game winning streak right now. Warriors on a 2-game winning streak, but they are just 2-5 in their last 7. The Bucks 5-2 in their last 7 against the Warriors. 13-7 covering against Golden State. Golden State just 4-9 covering the spread. 1-6 covering the spread at home. Yeah, only a 1.5-point spread here. I think it's going to be a battle, and I like the Bucks on the road here, money line. Coming into this pretty healthy on a 6-game winning streak. Gotten some nice wins during this run here, and the Warriors, they just haven't been able to cover at home, and haven't been able to cover at home against the Bucks here. So I'm going to take the Bucks money line on the road. Next matchup, we have the Sacramento Kings versus the Utah Jazz. The Jazz opening up as 10-point home favorites with the over-under at 231.5. The last 10 head-to-head, Utah is 9-1, 8-2 covering the spread. The overs hit in 5 out of the last 10 matchups. Bogdanovich is questionable for the Jazz, so be sure to check his status for, if he does play. Sacramento just 2-8 in their last 10. They're on a 3-game losing streak. The Jazz 6-4 in their last 10. Sacramento on a 7-game losing streak against Utah. 3-17 on the road. Not a good road team. Jazz 8-0 at home right now. Getting it done at home where they've been dominant. Not in love with that 10-point spread. You guys already know 10-point spreads are just hard to cover. And so throw the Jazz in your money line parlays. And then secondary, be cautious with that spread at home. Next matchup, we have the Toronto Raptors versus the Denver Nuggets. Denver opening up as 5.5-point home favorites with the over-under at 225. The last 3 head-to-head, Denver is 2-1, 2-1 covering the spread. The overs hit in 2 out of the last 3 matchups. I do see Will Barton and Aaron Gordon are both questionable for the Nuggets. Toronto, 5-5 in their last 10. They're on a 2-game winning streak. Denver, 8-2 in their last 10. They're 4-1 in their last 5. Toronto, 0-6 covering on the road against Denver. Denver, 7-2 at home. It's where they play really good. 6-0 covering at home against Toronto here. 29-12 as the favorite here. Yeah, I like Denver at home. They've been pretty dominant at home. They're playing great basketball despite, coming off a double-digit loss against the Warriors here. I think it's a good bounce back at home against, a good Toronto team on a 2-game win streak, but a Toronto team that just hasn't been able to really cover against Denver, and they don't cover on the road against Denver as well. So roll with Denver money line, and then secondary, be cautious with that 5.5-point spread at home. And then the last matchup, we have the Washington Wizards versus the Portland Trail Blazers. The Wizards opening up as 7-point road favorites with the over-under at 219. The last 10 head-to-head, Portland is 6-4, 6-4 covering the spread. The overs hitting 6 out of the last 10 matchups. The Wizards 4-6 in their last 10. They're on a 2-game win streak or 2-game losing streak, coming off a kind of a bad loss to the Lakers. But let's be real, they only lost that game because LeBron put up 50+ points and had like a crazy third quarter. If that doesn't happen, the Wizards beat the Lakers. Plain and simple. Portland, they are on a 6-game losing streak right now. They look pretty bad. Yeah, it's kind of a horrible matchup here. Portland 0-6 covering the spread. Not in love with this spread here. 7 points, staying away from the spread. But I will take a shot on the Wizards money line on the road against this Portland team that's just been absolutely struggling. No Porzingis for the Wizards, and then no Bledsoe, Winslow, or Simons. Yeah, give me Wizards on the road, and then be cautious with that spread. And that's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Saturday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Sunday. Have a good one.